Hello, Collective. This is Debs, and this is your new Moon in Pisces collective reading. I hope you guys are well. Thank you so much for being here. Now, this new Moon in Pisces, occurring on March the 10th of 5 a.m. EDT, will be at 20 degrees and 17 minutes of Pisces. The new moon is moving away from Saturn. Obviously, you guys know that's the planet of lessons, and heading towards Neptune, which of course relates to our depths. It also pertains to fantasy, sensitivity, and ESP. We'll be focused on making our dreams reality while staying conscious of our limitations and keeping our feet on the ground. This new moon would affect those with personal planets and points at approximately 16 to 24 degrees of the mutable signs of Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, and Sagittarius most significantly. Now, Collective, in meditation, I saw a man sitting quietly on a sofa with a woman. The woman was very agitated. She had a tissue in her hand and she was sort of tearing it to pieces. And he was very calm with her. And he said to her, nothing will change except the fact that I won't be your husband, I will be your guardian. And she said, but I don't understand the difference. And he said, well, I want you to be safe. I want you to be taken care of. You're going to be well provided for. But I feel as if it's time that we change the status of our connection. And her brow was sort of furrowed and she was a little bit agitated. I'm almost getting a mousy energy, nervous, a bit shaky. Her eyes were sort of darting all over the place. And she was continuing to tear this tissue to pieces in her lap. And he put one hand over hers and he said, just don't worry. You're going to be absolutely fine. I'm always going to take care of you. And she mumbled, okay. Well, if you promise. And he said, absolutely. He went out of the room and he took out his phone and he made a call. And he said to this person on the other end of the phone, she's agreed, we can now move this into a divorce. And that was it. And he put his phone away. So, Collective, what we may have here is a masculine who might have married a woman to protect her in some way. She could have had a very difficult upbringing. She may have even been an orphan. I feel as if he almost wanted to marry her to make sure that she was okay. It's as if he felt she's too vulnerable to just be left to fend for herself. Now, she could also have mental health issues. This is someone who may not be in touch with reality. This is someone who may have a condition that causes her to feel incredibly stressed all the time. This is definitely someone who can't work. She couldn't hold down a job. This is almost a woman who is still sitting in a child's energy, you know? So I feel as if this is a reading pertaining to the fact that this masculine, who is this woman's husband, is ready to end the marriage and to become this woman's guardian because he's decided he simply wants to be with somebody else. But this is a masculine who didn't want this woman to be agitated in case she did something to herself. She caused herself harm in some way. It's a really difficult energy to explain, but that's what I'm getting. Yeah, I'm now seeing this man give this woman, and she's opening it like a child would. She's tearing the paper. And she's giggling. And she's holding up a teddy bear. And he's saying, that's for your collection. And she's hugging this teddy bear. So, Collective, let's get into this and see what comes through. We may have a situation here where there needs to be tact, diplomacy, sensitivity. I keep hearing the word guardian. I will be your guardian. Okay. So guys, the deck that I'm using is the Marchetti deck. If you'd like a private reading, everything is down below. All the decks I use are there too, and a link to join the channel if you're interested in becoming a member. All right, here we go. Are Archangel Michael, thank you for joining us. This is the new moon in Pisces collective reading. What do we have for the collective, please, Michael, for this period of time? I keep hearing this man saying to this woman, don't worry, nothing is going to happen to you. You will be absolutely fine. Okay. Yeah. He's putting a piece of paper in front of her and she's looking a bit worried and she's saying, okay, well, where do I sign? He's saying, just sign there and there and there. It's done. Okay. He's saying, do you want some chocolate? Okay. Strange. Could be divorce papers. Yeah. I'm hearing a really old Kate Bush song. Kathy? I'm seeing a tree blown sideways. I'm hearing Wuthering Heights. Okay. Gosh. This is a very unusual situation, possibly one that needs careful handling. We have a masculine who is wanting to detach from his wife, but he married this woman to protect her. He is now wanting to be with somebody else, but he has to handle the separation, the detaching from his wife with the utmost care. I'm seeing someone holding a baby chick in their hands with the utmost care so she doesn't lose it, she doesn't go off the wall, she doesn't... I'm hearing misunderstand him. Okay. Wow, yeah, we've got an ambulance siren. Yeah. Okay, it's just stopped. Yes, this is someone who is on edge, on edge. Very much so. Four of Swords. I'm hearing asylum. Okay. This is a masculine who's been trying to figure out how to get out of a situation he's in. He loves his wife, but not in a physical way. He married her to protect her. I feel she's codependent on him. What he's dreaming of is becoming single so he can actually be with a woman he does love, but he's very nervous about the effect of this disconnection on his wife. How is my wife going to take it? I'm seeing a wife in inverted commas. Okay. In the past, with the energy of the Fool, this is a man who decided to do something a little bit unusual in order to protect this woman. Adoption was not possible, so he married her. He knew it was a bit of a crazy thing to do, but he just couldn't bear her to continue to go through what she was going through, is what I'm hearing. After that time, with the Two of Cups, he actually met someone and fell in love. But of course, he was technically married to this other woman. So he couldn't offer commitment to this woman that he fell in love with. In this man's thoughts is the Queen of Swords. He knows that he hurt this woman, who he remembers sitting in the Queen of Swords as someone very upset and extremely confused. He may have hidden from her initially that he was married, because as far as he was concerned, he wasn't married in, I'm hearing, the traditional sense. The marriage wasn't, I'm hearing, consummated. But he was married. He was married. In the immediate future, Seven of Wands. I feel this man is going to approach this woman that he fell in love with in the past. He doesn't know what her reaction is going to be, but he has managed to get a piece of paper signed from his wife to say that she would agree to divorce. The thing is, I don't know if this woman really understands what she's signed, but he's just had to placate her and say, don't worry, whatever happens in the future, I will always take care of you. I will support you. And he is going back to this woman that he fell for to tell her that he is able to get a divorce. In his fears, Six of Swords, I think he's fearing that she would already have moved on, met someone else. In her energy, Eight of Wands, okay. Initially, she may feel this is a ruse, this is a lie, he's just being manipulative, he's just making up a story, but he is actually telling the truth. I'm hearing a man say to himself, she's never going to forgive me. She's never going to believe me. She's just not going to believe me. But he's determined to speak his truth. In his fears, the Sun, he may be fearing that for this relationship to work, he would potentially have to move to live in this woman's area. Therefore, leaving this young woman that he's divorcing, I'm hearing in care, okay, in care, in other people's hands. He's very, very nervous about that, because even though he has no physical passion for his wife, he loves her deeply, but almost as a sibling or a cousin or someone that he feels he needs to protect. So this will be a wrench for him. But this is a masculine who's having to deal with a very difficult situation. He doesn't want to push his wife, who's soon to be ex-wife, over the edge and make her feel as if he's deserted her after sort of taking care of her for so long. But he also doesn't want the woman that he's in love with to feel that he still has deep emotion for his ex-wife. Of course he does, but not in the way that she thinks. So again, it's an unusual situation. The outcome, Judgment. This is a masculine who is making a serious decision for his own happiness. I'm hearing it's time. It's time I was happy. It's time I lived my life. He may feel that in the past he shouldn't have actually married this woman. He should have found another way of, I'm hearing, keeping her safe. But I feel he didn't know what else to do. He felt it was just a logical decision. Well, I'll just marry her. Clarification for him. The Moon. Yes, he's dealing with someone who may suffer mental health issues. She could be permanently sat in a place of fear. She's got no grasp on reality at all. She may be very childlike. He's nervous that if he reveals the truth to this woman that he's fallen for, she's simply going to laugh and say to him, I just think this is a load of rubbish. But it's not. That's the thing. Ten of Wands. He's very, very burdened about coming out with the truth to this woman, because it's not as if he's just going to divorce his wife and marry the Queen of Swords if she would agree to that. He is going to be taking care of his ex-wife on a permanent basis. But he's very nervous that this Queen of Swords is not going to have it. It's a very fragile situation for him to manage. In this Queen of Swords energy is the Ace of Cups. So she's being offered love, by this masculine. I think he is dreaming of getting much more serious with her in the future. But first of all, I'm hearing she has to know the truth and the whole truth. Knight of Swords. He may feel as if she's going to think this is something he's made up, something that he's concocted. You know, this is her thinking, okay, so you say you want a relationship with me. You say that one day we could probably get married because you're now divorced, but you want to make sure that your ex-wife is okay. You know, she's going to question that, but she doesn't know the details. She doesn't know the facts. She doesn't know the true situation. And I'm hearing she has no idea of this ex-wife's history, which I'm hearing was traumatic. All right. So underneath the deck, collective, Hangman. Okay, very accurate. New moon in Pisces. This is a masculine who's hoping this female that he wants to be with is going to see things from his perspective. He does want to be with her, Four of Wands. He is dreaming of getting engaged, getting married. I'm hearing living a normal husband and wife life, which I don't think he's ever had with this woman that he married. Ace of Swords. He is detaching from his wife. He does want to be with this Queen of Swords, but he's terrified that this ex-wife, who may be very childlike, you know, not quite with it, not really there, he's very worried that she is not going to handle this well when she realizes that he's not going to be around that much. Yeah, he's in his head, Eight of Swords. I hope she's going to be okay. Yeah. So collective, let's delve into this and see where it goes. Let's see if this masculine can persuade this Queen of Swords that he's telling the truth. He may find a way of introducing this Queen of Swords to his ex-wife or ex-wife to be, to put her mind at rest that he's being honest. But it's a tricky situation. So we start with the Four of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. This is a masculine who's dreaming of becoming single to be with a woman who is a pre-empress, who he met before but pushed away because he had to admit that he was married. I'm hearing technically married. Okay. So what is this masculine's energy, Michael? What is his energy, please? Temperance. He's been coasting. He's been biding his time. He may have been waiting for the right time to talk to his wife about ending the marriage. I get a feeling, again, she's not totally aware of what is really going on, but she's conscious enough for there not to be any problems in her putting her signature to a document, is what I'm getting. What's he thinking about? The past. I'm hearing the wasted time. Okay, bless him. The wasted time. Wow. King of Cups. I feel as if he had to shut down his emotions pertaining to love for a long time. I almost feel as if this man sacrificed to make sure this woman was safe. He sacrificed. What did he sacrifice, Michael? What did he sacrifice? The Knight of Wands. Okay, so yes, there was no intimacy with this woman. She may have been scared of being intimate with him. This is definitely a childlike woman, not in touch with the real world at all. So he sacrificed a normal husband and wife relationship to take care of this woman. Yes, he had to hold himself back from doing anything he shouldn't do because he was married. But what sort of marriage is that, you know? And he's been giving this woman money. I think he's been providing for her financially, you know, keeping her safe. I'm hearing safe from predators of this world. Okay. Gosh. So I think in the past, this man did something crazy. I think he just ended up marrying this woman to keep her safe. To keep her safe. Okay. All right. I'm getting a very troubled woman. She may even have harmed herself. I'm hearing because of her childhood. Oh gosh, okay. What did he say to her in the past? Yeah, 9 of Cups. He would always be safe. He would always be happy. You'll always be protected. Yes, I mean, he vowed to take care of her for the rest of his life. The Hierophant. Yes, he married her. Taurian energy. And he provided for her, is what I'm getting here. He provided for her. Yes, he sent her money, so he may have gone off and worked and made sure that she had everything she needed. I am hearing the word psychiatric. Okay. After that time, I think he unexpectedly met another woman. I think he unexpectedly met and fell in love with this Queen of Swords, High Priestess. Could have been a Pisces or a Cancerian. Yes, and they fell in love. Lovers, they fell in love, but he had to admit eventually that he was already married. This was very difficult. Even though he knew that with the Wheel of Fortune, he'd met the woman he was supposed to be with. This was the divine bringing him into contact with a woman that he knew he was supposed to be with long term. So now this man has got his ex-wife's agreement to finalize a divorce. I'm hearing day nurse. Okay, he may be providing someone to look in on her on a regular basis. This must have been very expensive for this man. He is now hoping to move towards this Queen of Swords he met in the past, who may still be a bit angry and upset, feeling as if, you know, he pulled her into a third party and then admitting he was married. He's hoping to go back to her to see if she is open to having a conversation about what happened. Yes, 3 of Cups. He's wanting to reunite with her to tell her the good news, which is I can get out of my marriage, but he is going to be connected to who will be his ex-wife ongoing for the rest of his ex-wife's life and potentially financially support her. And he doesn't know how this woman is going to take that and whether or not she will even believe him. He doesn't know what her reaction's going to be. Yeah, he feels as if there's no way she's going to believe him. You know, there's just no way. There's going to be an argument. She's not going to believe me, you know. Yeah, because it would entail him being in contact with and providing for this ex-wife ongoing. Yeah. Yeah, so with the Page of Swords, what he knows he will be doing is potentially saying to this woman, look, good news, first of all, I am able to get a divorce, or we're just about to finalize the divorce, but he knows he has to tell this woman about his ex-wife, who may be, again, sitting in a sort of child energy, and that's going to be difficult, because how is she going to take that? This man may have been all that this ex-wife ever knew. And he's been sort of taking care of her, making sure that she's wrapped in cotton wool, making sure that she doesn't do anything to harm herself, making sure that she's comfortable. He feels responsible for her safety. So collective, in the immediate future, we've got the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Wands. A bit of a tricky situation coming up. I feel this masculine is going to be approaching this Queen of Swords that he wants to explain things to, but he is going to be a bit guarded because he feels as if she's never going to believe him. There may be angry words between the two of them. When she finds out that, yes, he is getting divorced, but no, he is not completely detaching from his ex-wife altogether. Is she going to be able to cope with that, is what he's thinking. So Archangel Michael, when do we have the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Wands for the collective? Thank you, Michael. May, okay, yeah. 15th of May to 17th of June. All right. So he's going to be approaching this woman with his heart on his sleeve, right? Needing to have a very serious conversation. And it's going to take place between the middle of May and I would say the third week of June. He's very, very nervous. What's he going to say to this woman initially? Yeah. That it took him a long time to try and make a decision to detach from his wife. Yeah. Yes. It took him a long time to make a decision to detach from his wife. I'm seeing a woman who is just all over the place. Someone who sort of fiddles around with flowers and puts bows in her hair and is just a little bit not quite there, you know? Could be mental health issues here. What is he saying to this woman, this Queen of Swords? That he's been very unhappy without her for the longest time. But he has been caught up in what he realized was a very toxic situation for him to manage. Very difficult for him to manage in another area of the world, yes. So he lived his life, got on with his life, but married this woman and possibly sent her money to support her whilst he worked. But he realized that he'd sort of tied himself to a situation that meant he had no life. He had no life. I mean, it's similar to a man marrying his childhood sweetheart, all lovely and innocent, okay, a lot of love for her, but then, you know, realizing that this woman suffered dementia and having to provide care for her, mental health care, but still be married to her. I mean, that's difficult. What else is he saying to this woman? Three of Swords. He's just felt heartbroken because he felt it was his duty and responsibility to take care of this woman as his wife, even though there was no physical connection, no intimacy. And as a result, he's been alone for a very long time, feeling as if he's just sacrificed having a proper relationship with a woman that he loves because he decided that he needed to take care of this woman he met in the past, who he married. So this is a selfless man, but he did cause his own drama in the end, his own issues. He self-sacrificed, which was an honourable thing to do in the past, but I don't think he really knew what it would entail later on. Yeah. I think he's saying to this Queen of Swords, it got to a point where it was just too much. It was just too much. Having no life myself, having no love in my life for me. Yeah. What is he saying to this Queen of Swords? Anything else? Yeah. He is telling this Queen of Swords that he has finally found a way of divorcing. And they may be in the process of divorcing when he speaks to her. What is her reaction? What is her reaction? Magician. She's uncertain whether or not he is being manipulative or whether or not he's telling her the truth. What is she thinking? Yeah, first of all, it's a shock. Aries, Scorpio energy. Second of all, she's just trying to get her head around what he's actually telling her, which is, well, I am getting divorced, but I will be providing financially ongoing for my ex-wife. It could be he puts her into, a really good institution if she suffers from mental health issues. She may not have anyone else to sort of take care of her, is what I'm getting. I'm also hearing refugee. Okay, all right. Wow. What is this Queen of Swords going to say? Anything else? King of Wands. She's very attracted to this masculine, and he's taking action on her. What's her energy? The Hermit. She could be a Virgo. She's doing a lot of thinking. She's looking back at the past. She may be piecing everything together. She's sort of getting it. She's getting it. Six of Wands. What she's thinking about is she thought this man in the past was simply Saturn ego, wanting to develop an ongoing third-party situation with her whilst being married. What she's realizing is it wasn't like that. It genuinely wasn't like that. I think he just felt helpless. What is she going to say to him? Six of Cups, yes. So she's talking to him about the past. And look, we have a teddy bear. She's talking to him about this ex-wife's past that might have been very difficult. He may have tried to give her a childhood she never had, that sort of thing. Yes. Now, the Seven of Cups can relate to confusion, mental confusion, emotional confusion. She's getting the picture. She's understanding what he's saying to her. She may be saying to him, okay, well, are there other options other than you paying money to keep this woman in some kind of asylum for the rest of her life? But it's very difficult because she doesn't want to come across as being cold-hearted and unsympathetic to his situation. But if these two are going to marry in the future, it's going to be difficult because this woman will always be around, wanting to stay close to a man that she's going to marry. What is he saying to her? Anything else? Okay, the Chariot. He may be saying to this Queen of Swords, look, she's going to be in a different area or a different country. We're not going to be near her, but I will need to visit her now and again to make sure she's okay. Oh, it's going to be awkward. It's going to be awkward. What is this Queen of Swords energy? Yeah, okay. She may say to him, well, look, can't you just send her gifts now and again? She's still underneath not sure that she really believes him. She's trying to get her head around it. She's trying to get her head around it. It's as if, I don't know if I really believe you, you know? Yeah, she's sat in the Nine of Swords. What is the energy between these two? Four of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. He wants to hang on to this Queen of Swords. He wants a proper life with her. He fell in love with her. He wants to marry her. But he is also hanging on to his ex-wife because he feels as if he's under moral obligation to make sure she's okay, to take care of her. So this is a bit of a tricky situation. So collective, the final card is the Judgment card. This is a man who is realizing he has to make a major decision. And I think the decision is to ask this Queen of Swords if she would be willing to travel with him to see his ex-wife. Because he feels it's the only way that she's going to trust that he's telling her the truth. Yeah. Five of Cups. Because what he's realizing is she just doesn't believe him. What else is he saying to her? Yes, and he may ask for paperwork from his lawyer to confirm he is actually divorcing and how far along the process he is. He is simply putting the facts on the table to put her mind at rest that this is not some highfalutin, crazy story to sort of pull her in. Because he will be linked to this ex-wife for the rest of his life, making sure that she's okay. What else is he going to say? Knight of Cups, I do love you. Queen of Cups, she could be a Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio. Or she may be saying, I love you too, you know. What is she saying to him? Anything else? She wants to believe him, Ten of Cups. She really wants to believe him, but she's very suspicious. I mean, it is a very unusual situation to be in. The Star. What she's thinking about is, I mean, this would be, in theory, a wish come true. Because the only reason why she pushed this man away in the past is because she realized that he was married. He is now moving towards her to say, my feelings haven't changed, I still want to be with you, and I'm getting divorced. All she needs to do now is to come to terms with the fact that this woman is always going to be in his life. Even though they will be divorced, I feel that he would always want to make sure she's okay. Yeah, my left ear is ringing really loudly. All right. So I've definitely connected with somebody's energy here. What is he saying to this Queen of Swords? He's going to have to work very hard because he wants to make sure that he brings stability to the table for this Queen of Swords. You know, I want to be a proper husband to you. I want to make sure that we have a financial foundation for our future. But what he's also saying is, I'm going to have to give money still, or I will want to give money still to my ex-wife to make sure that she's cared for. So he's not going to have a lot of money, so it is going to be taxing on him, but he wants to do the right thing. Emperor. Yeah, he wants to do the right thing. He is taking control and doing the right thing. Yeah. Eight of Cups. So, yes, he's walking away from the status of husband, but I also feel he wants this woman to take a trip with him to maybe go and visit his ex-wife. What is his ex-wife's energy, Michael? Okay. 5 of Coins. She might miss him. She might wonder where he is. She may be in a very difficult mental state. She's got used to him being around, looking after her. So I think this Queen of Swords is going to be visiting this woman with the man that she hopes to marry. Yes, Ace of Coins. So she's going to be taking a trip to see this woman, which is going to put her mind at rest that he's being honest. And I think after that time, this woman is going to talk to this masculine about a serious future. This is moving to the same area to live together, creating a life. What is he thinking about? Passionate new start. Yeah, I mean, this might be very difficult because he may have been in a marriage but had no sexual relations with his wife because of her condition. And that might have been a challenge for him. So finally, he's going to have a full married life. What is the Queen of Swords thinking about? Page of Wands. She's thinking that this ex-wife was more like his child. Page of Wands. And with the Three of Wands, she is waiting for her ships to come in. I think she's just nervous that they are going to have a happy life. You know, nothing major is going to happen relating to this ex-wife, which causes this situation to go under. But I think that she's going to go with it. She's going to move forward with this man. Yes, into the energy of the Ten of Pentacles. They'll probably get married. So collective, this has been a little bit of a strange reading, but I have to go with what I see, hear and feel. Let's get a final message from the universe. Let's just see what the universe has to say about the situation. Okay, let's get a couple of messages from the universe, Michael, please. Eagle. You will soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength. This man feels if he tells the full truth to this woman, if she's sitting in a compassionate energy, she will understand. And if he can get out of this marriage, these two can move forward and build a new life. Yes. Celebrations. You're ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. These two could be getting engaged. Angel. Your angels are guiding and protecting you on your spiritual journey. I think these two had a soul contract to fulfill. Yes. So let's hope this masculine will be happy. He's finally going to be with a woman who can be his wife in all senses of the word. And I think this woman is going to come to the understanding that this masculine had a very difficult decision to make. So collective, I am leaving the reading there. Enjoy this new moon in Pisces. Take care of yourselves, and I'll be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon. Bye now.